So, bro, you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, 35 years strong.
30? Are we the same age? I'm 54.
I'm close. I'm catching up to you, bro.
You're like 52?
I'm 50.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you've been doing it since you're 16?
15. Yeah. I'm 49 right now.
Really?
But I just say 50 because I'm going to be 50 this year.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to get used to it. But I'm about to hit the fives myself.
So how did you start?
It was kind of funny, man. I started my career on accident. I was literally right place, right time. I was living with this girl. She wanted to be an actress. I never thought anything about it. Long story short, she asked me one day to go with her to an acting class. I go with her to this acting class. Never thought about acting a day in my life. And I just got lucky, man. There was a producer sitting in class, and he comes up to me and he says, "You want to be in a Taco Bell commercial?" And I was like, "Oh, okay," because I'm Mexican. I was not playing. So next thing I know, bro, I do this Taco Bell commercial. Yeah, right. I do this Taco Bell commercial at the age of 15, and I'm ignorant to residual checks. I don't know nothing about residual checks. You know what I mean? I'm ignorant to the way I think you got to work to get paid, work to get paid, work to get paid. I don't know nothing about residual checks at the time. So long story short, I thought this guy was on some BS. He ended up being real. I end up doing this Taco Bell commercial, and all these checks start coming in. And I thought it was a computer mess up, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know, like, this how you get paid.
Yeah.
So I'm getting all these checks that are coming in out of nowhere. And, I had my story for court. I'd be like, they kept on paying me. I don't know, right? Like, I'm ready, you know what I'm saying? And when it got weird, because they ran that commercial for almost up to a year, and I was getting all these checks, and I called up dude, and I said, "Why I keep on getting paid for this commercial?" And he goes, "That's how actors get paid." I said, "What?" I said, "Well, I want to be an actor." So then I met a manager friend of his. I go in looking like this. And next thing you know, he's like, "I like you, man. Let me see what I can do for you." Everything he set me out on was Cholo 2, Gangster 3, Trigger. I was like, man, I grew up like this in real life, man. I was like, so that's how it got started.
What place was it? What city?
So what I can honestly say was that when I first started acting, it was all about the money.
Yeah.
But then when I started doing it, it became a true passion of mine, and I love doing it because it was Gardena, L.A. And when I started doing it, it's just a fun job because we get to do stuff like this. It's never the same thing. It's always something different. You meet new people.
Yeah.
So
you grew up in Gardena.
Yeah.
And you were living with a girl at 15?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I cut out a lot of the fat just to get to the bone. So, if I told you the real story, this podcast would be 3 hours.
3 hours, but okay,
Yeah,
so
I had to give you the short version.
yeah, which is, and so
I
you
gave you the commercial version.
So you give me that. You were living with her. Is she older than you?
No, we were about the same age because I was homeless at the time.
Homeless, okay.
Yeah, and so what ended up happening was she asked me one day, she said, "How come you always wear the same clothes and I never seen where you live?" So I explained to her that I was homeless at the time, and her dad took me into the home and allowed me to live there. The reason why I went with her to the acting class is because I always thought that if I got her mad, she would have me kicked out of the house. And so I knew what it was to be homeless. So I was so happy to have a roof over my head. I did whatever it is that she said just so I had a place to live. So I didn't want to go to no acting class. So when she asked me to go, I go with her to this acting class, whatever, and I just happened to be at the right place, right time.
Oh my gosh, that's like divine intervention, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So then you got your first job.
Yeah.
And then from there, you got taken on. And because I feel like I've seen you forever.
And then
was that in like 92?
I tell people I'm like the Mexican Where's Waldo, bro. I just
for real
everything, dog.
And you don't age. So I've been seeing you before I was on. Like I want to say when was that commercial? Like 92, 93? Like
no, it had to be way before. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well,
maybe, I don't know.
You're 15.
Well, just do the math. Go backwards.
So about 1991.
Like there you go.
Wow.
Like yeah, I only been to college once, and that was to drop somebody off, bro. So I'm not that.
Bro, so then you started working. But like, what was your first thing?
Well, I
want to say I knew that commercial.
Nah, it took me 8 years to get my first film. 8 years to get my.
But
first
were you
film.
working from that commercial to the 8 years in little?
Well, yeah, I was working. I was doing. You know what I did a lot? I did industrials. So
yeah.
I did if you got hired for Burger King, I was the guy where you watch the training video. This is how you wrap a hamburger. This is how you use the register. I did a lot of that stuff. I did, the training videos for hospitals, where like, I was the patient and the doctor would show how you do a surgery on a patient. I was doing like videos for like, Walmart at the time. I was the guy who was stealing the CDs in aisle 5 and they were like the security training videos. If you see someone stealing in the store, this is what to do. I did a lot of that stuff, industrials, and then every now and then I would do like a guest star, a co-star on a TV show. And then, it took me 8 years to get my first big movie. And then, and that movie didn't even pop off. That movie went to crap, didn't even make it in Jane's videos, Blockbuster, nothing.
What movie?
It was a movie called No Mother's Crying, No Baby's Dying. And it was funny, bro, because I thought it was going to be a big movie. Ice-T was in it. Well, he did the soundtrack. I'm sorry. He did the soundtrack on the movie. Danny Trejo was in it, though. Machete, my boy. And
that's where his coffee's from. I go to his little hut. Down the corner.
Oh, yeah. That's funny, bro. That's my people right there.
Yeah.
We got the same manager, so we do a lot together. But, it was like that was my first movie ever. And long story short, that movie, like I said, didn't make it. I thought it was going to make it because there was some Mike Moroff was in it. Like, there was some pretty big people, But it ended up not going anywhere. And then Fast and the Furious is what really kicked off the roller coaster ride. And then ever since Fast and the Furious, I never worked a 9 to 5 again to this day.